What's up, everybody? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. In this video, we're going to talk about the Santander letter, just giving you a quick update. This video is going to be short, um, uh, and I'm going to answer some questions. And also, forgive me on this video. I got a new computer, and it seems to be having some issues with the camera. So if you see this little flash, I'm not trying to hypnotize you or anything. It's just something that I got to get fixed. But I'm not going to let that stop me from getting you the information that we need to get over to you. So first, we started doing the demand letters. The From what I got in my video views and for what the response was with people getting the demand letters, it was not as high as I expected. I anticipate as we move more into this that it'll become that we'll get a better response. But uh, the focus is on making sure that you can get the result that you want, regardless if you use my program or whatever. If you try something, I'm just more about making sure that you stay active, that you do something, because good things happen to people when you do things. And every one of you need to be imagining whatever your situation is, if it's with this Santander deal, if it's with something that you're struggling with financially, if it's something on a personal level, you need to imagine yourself on the other side of it. See yourself, get the feeling of it. I'm telling you that that works. It's something that I wish I would have known more about when I was younger. I would have done things even more intentionally. I'm telling you, the people who feel that something good is going to happen to them, good things happen to them, and it happens in different ways. It happens in different ways. So now let's talk about it. With the Santander, we have the attorney demand letter, and we have the do-it-yourself demand letter that the attorney developed. The goal of those two, plain and simple, is number one, to get the negative information removed off the credit reports. That's the first part. But the other side of it, and this is where the value is on some people are saying, the letters is $250 and then the other one is $500. Well, where is the value? Like, explain to me the value of having a letter prepared by the attorney. We'll start with that one for $500 and sent to Santander. Well, number one, all of us know when an attorney drafts a letter and they send it with their letterhead on there, you skip to the front of the line. If you've ever went to court for small claims court, do you notice that everyone that is seen first on the defendant side, everyone who has an attorney gets moved up in the line. Everyone. That's just the system. It's built that way. When when we have those letters sent out, that demand letter with the attorney letterhead on there, it moves everybody to the front of the line. It just automatically brings an air of seriousness of, if you need to take this demand very serious because I could potentially sue you. You already lost and you've already said what you've been doing, and now I'm putting you on notice that I felt like this has been done to me also. And the big benefit also is that with these demand letters, the goal on the side that goes directly to Santander, on the big money side, is to get the debt forgiven. There's people on YouTube here that stated they owe Santander uh, 14, 15, 16, 17, $18,000 in debt deficiency. There's people that have their car getting ready to get repoed, and Santander has stated that they're not going to repo vehicles, and now they've started repoing vehicles. And it's simply because people have not put them on notice that they even know about the settlement agreement. You send a letter to Santander from an attorney. It states that you've already uh, settled with 34 states. Even if I'm not in one of those states, there's a new settlement coming down the pipeline, and they already are in negotiations with that. But what happens is that if you're in the states or not in the states, and that demand letter gets sent to them, they're going to take you more serious, and they're going to say, this person knows, let's take care of that one, because it's going to cost us to take one case. This is why class actions always get settlements, because they know that if they were to go and fight every individual single with an attorney, it could cost them billions of dollars to do that. Uh, one case, these lawyers don't come cheap, and one case that they could fight, you have a 25 or I'm sorry, a $15,000 debt with Santander, you still have the car. For them to have an attorney come to your area, because they have to come to your area, they can't sue you from where they're at. So they have to uh, get an attorney in your area and then fight your individual case. And attorneys rack up hours. We're talking about some attorneys are charging like $150 to $200 per hour. And they're going to just say, hey, if we add it up, this person owes $15,000 on the vehicle. We just settled because of doing subprime, taking advantage of people, subprime lending. Let's divide that $15,000 by $150. That's 100 hours of an attorney's. That. What is that? A couple of weeks? 3 weeks? 3 weeks? They're 3 weeks, 100 hours. They're going to settle that. They're going to say, settle that one and go after the people that don't know. Go after the people that don't do anything about it, that just sit there and let things happen to them. Go at, go after those people. Repossess those people's cars. But the ones that we get letters from, the ones that are proactive, settle those, because we're actually saving money by settling those. Number one, we shut those people up. Number two, we save money by not having to have an attorney go there. And again, I apologize. I'm gonna get this camera thing fixed. Um, so if you're thinking about it, the links are below this video. If you're thinking about it, uh, seriously think about it. If you have uh, debt with them, don't do the attorney letter unless you have debt with them, where you have the deficiency. If you just have, uh, you know, some bad marks on there from late payments, stuff like that, the letter may not be for you. You could try to attack that yourself. I'm talking about people who have a debt collector over their head, because this letter also goes to directly to Santander, and it goes to the debt collector, and it demands that they stop all collection activity. No garnishment. Uh, get rid of the debt. Give me my car. Give me the title, because I was wrong. I'm a victim of what you agreed to in court. Uh, Someone typed in about, do you guarantee, what is the guarantee? The guarantee is that we're going to send those out demanding what I said in the video. There's You can't guarantee anything. No lawyer will ever guarantee anything. It's a fight back and forth. I guarantee this, we will do what we say we're going to do. And then number two, if things come back and they ask for something else to be able to get to that result, we will include that in that. That will be included. But no one can guarantee a result. I'm upfront with you before you buy anything, before you do anything with anything, you can't 100% guarantee any result. And especially with attorneys, show me one attorney that has a money back guarantee. There's absolutely not one. It's actually illegal for them to do it. You can look that up online. But I guarantee that we're going to work hard. I guarantee that once the demand letter is sent and if anything comes back, you notify us of it. We'll do a follow up on it. But I believe that having the feeling of something good happening, I believe that with the research that we did, I believe that uh, good things are going to happen. So, also, some people are reporting that they have gotten negative information off of their credit reports from just being proactive, from just doing what I advised people or told people. I don't want to use the word advise, especially here on YouTube. Using uh, the, just being proactive and going to the bureaus and getting the information removed. We are getting information that Santander has started repoing vehicles again. We have gotten information that Santander is being proactive in calling people and trying to give them a 1 year uh, uh, interest rate deferment, and so to speak, and then jump back up a year later. We have had people um, write in or call or send messages to us saying that Santander is trying to uh, say you have a $15,000 balance and we'll go ahead and settle it with you for $7,000 for half. And you should feel good about that, knowing that they're supposed to forgive 100% of that. These people are playing hardball, but they're playing hardball with people that don't know what they can say to them, that don't uh, know their rights, that don't know that when they come to you with something that you have a right to refuse it, number one, and also you have a right to come back at them for something. Because basically what they're doing is they're negotiating with you. They're negotiating with you, and you don't even understand the reason why they're really negotiating with you. You just think that they're being nice. Just like I talked about in my other video, when you go into that finance room with the car dealer and they make it like they're doing you a favor by getting you the loan, even though you're the one that have to pay the money back. You have to pay the money back, but they make it like they're doing you a favor. And I'm not going to pretend that I was never in that situation. When I was in my younger years, that type of stuff happened. And it's when you're growing up, you learn, and some people learn later than other people. And I'm all about taking personal responsibility, but also uh, companies have to take responsibility for what they do. And even if they don't want to take responsibility for it, when you learn about what you can do, you need to just trust yourself and ask for what you want. Because when you start asking for what you want, you're going to start getting a whole bunch of what you want. And other people are going to wonder, were you lucky? Were you lucky, or did you know something that other people didn't know? And what it's going to come down to is that you ended up finally 100% standing up for yourself and asking for what you want. One of the one of the things that I had to learn in my life was to ask for what I wanted and not You don't run over people, but when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, if you're asking 100% for what you want and you negotiate to get it, or you don't ask for what you want and you get something, uh, when it's all said and done, you're gonna feel like I should have just asked for at least for what I wanted, and then whatever happened on the other side and what I got, fine. That's just the result. But at least let me ask 100% what I want for a change. It's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna make you feel powerful on the inside, and you're gonna know that you have a lot more control of what happens to you in your life when you start doing that. Now, the result of it isn't always 100% what you wanted, but you have more power and you have a different feeling, and you do end up getting more of what you wanted the way you wanted it because you asked more 100% of what you wanted, if that makes sense. So I'm going to end the video here. I appreciate everyone watching the videos. I apologize again with the glitches on my camera here. I'm going to get that fixed. And if you need help with your credit, please visit my website, thecreditrepairshop.com. If you need your credit reports and scores, please use the site that I have here. That is one of the ways that I support the channel. And please subscribe to the channel. Please post your questions and comments. I'll be getting to them. There's so many of them. It might seem like I'm not answering, but what I'm doing is I'm going towards the bottom and working my way up. All right. Thanks again. This is Stephen Williams, founder and president of thecreditrepairshop.com. Thank you, and until next time.